What's up, everybody? MagicRacers.com here to watch the Grade 1 Jockey Club Gold Cup at Saratoga, race 11 on Saturday, September 2nd. $1 million purse, 8 older horses going a mile and a quarter. It's a Breeders' Cup winning you're in for the Classic. It's at the Classic distance. You expect at least the winner of this race is going to go to the Breeders' Cup Classic. Looking good for the main event at the World Championships, and maybe a couple runner-ups here as well. But if you want to watch the replay along with me as I analyze it, click the box right up here. You can do a split screen watch the replay as I'm analyzing it here. The favorite here is Rattle and Roll. It's a horse that I've not really been a fan of for a while, but other than the start of the year in the New Orleans Stakes when he was fourth, he really hasn't done anything wrong. He rattles off 3 straight wins, all in Grade 3 races, and then last time out steps up to the Grade 1 level for the Stephen Foster Stakes, and he misses winning by a half length. West Willpower won that race. He has since retired due to injury, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to see him at the Breeders' Cup. But Rattle and Roll, the favorite here, and he's a horse I always try and beat because Kenny McPeak, his trainer, is not someone that I really like playing at a short price, and it did pay off twice, right? He was favored in the Pimlico Special, favored in the Blame, got wins in both of those spots. But we try and beat him here. I do like the 8 Bright Future for Todd Pletcher. I think this horse is improving. I think the fact that he's came out of that Grade 2 Brooklyn Stakes when he just had an absolutely terrible trip, I think he can take a big step forward here. He's back up at the graded stakes level for the second time. But Javier Castellano rode him perfectly last out, going a mile and 1/8 here at Saratoga. So you know he likes the track. He's by Curlin of a Bellamy Road mare, so should absolutely love this mile and a quarter distance. And maybe a horse that kind of like Vino Rosso in the sense that it was a horse for Pletcher that was getting older. They took their time with him and really kind of peaked when it mattered. So I'll go with Bright Future as my top pick here. And Proxy, I feel like you can key him in second. Last time out, wins the Grade 3 Monmouth Cup. He's not a horse I ever think is a Grade 1 winner. He has won at the Grade 2 level. He did win the Clark's handicap last year, but when I say not Grade 1, I mean like at the Classic level. I think when you're facing really strong horses. So, he did come a neck away from winning the Grade 1 Big Cap at Santa Anita back in March. Always shows up the great effort, but in a spot like this, I'm going to try and beat him. So, Bright Future, last one in the game, by the way, as they're loading, and they're off. And as far as the pace goes, no real speedsters in here. Proxy being hustled out at the gate, I see, by Joel Rosario to make sure that, because he's on the rail, he doesn't want to get buried back. So smart move from Rosario. Bright Future broke very well. Castellano able to clear over a bunch of horses to get second. Warrior Johnny, that's who I thought would probably be the early leader here. But Bright Future is going to make sure he doesn't have a super easy lead, so smart move there. Proxy hugging the rail is going to take third. He's going to tuck in behind Bright Future. Tyson, one of 2 Josie Carroll horses coming in from Woodbine. This is of the 2, the one I like a little bit better for this spot. He's going to sit right outside Proxy. By the way, Tyson, first time trying dirt, but almost an undefeated record, 4 for 5 lifetime. So if he likes the dirt, he could be interesting here. He doesn't seem to hate it so far. Rattle and Roll, the favorite, watching him. He's mid-pack. It's, right about where you think he'd be. Fraction-wise, 48-4. I saw it was, I think, 22-1 for the opener. So it sounds like they hustled early to get position going into the first turn and then slowed it down on the backside. Not much pressure here, but Bright Future looking strong. Proxy's right where you would want to be if you bet him. Tyson is looking strong. Rattle and Rolls, he's a closer. He's going to come from off of it. They're hitting the far turn, 114 there. So again, they went pretty slow on the backside. So most all these horses should have a chance unless they're dead closer. And speaking of that, Clapton, haven't talked about him, but first start for new trainer Chad Summers with Irad riding, an interesting play maybe if you want to touch him underneath. He's making a very wide but a nice strong bid from the rear. Hit the top of the stretch here. Warrior Johnny's going to give up the lead to Bright Future. Proxy's struggling a little bit. Let's see if Proxy can gain on him now. Proxy not a super electric turn of foot, but he is a grinder in this amount of quarter distance he can have. Bright Future, he's slowing it down. Oh boy, he's got the lead 16th pole. I think he's got this, but don't. Oh no, he's slowing. He's slowing. Proxy's coming. I think Bright Future got him. That was a good finish there. Wow. Man, Proxy just kept coming and coming and coming, and he loves that amount of quarter distance. He's built for it. There's Rattle and Roll on the gallop. Oh, yep, right there. You see, Bright Future, I think, got him by a nose. Tyson, I think, another nose or head over Clapton. Rattle and Roll 6th. I have to watch that back again to see see what happened with Rattle and Roll. Did not seem to. Yeah, there he is. I wonder if he just didn't like the track, because he was right in the position you'd think. He did have some slow fractions in the middle, so you could understand if he wasn't going to catch necessarily Bright Future, but Clapton came from the rear and was a nose away from third there with Tyson. So he was able to close. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't like the track. I remember Rattle and Roll famously did not like, the only other time he raced at Saratoga, I believe, was when he was 2 and the poor horse got hit. He got hit in the eye with a rock or a stone or something, because he came back to the barn and had this huge giant like swollen eye. He's fine now. But what happened in the race is he was competitive. He was running. All of a sudden, he just like veered way outside in the turn, and Jose Ortiz had to pull him up. And so that, I remember, it's a weird random thing to remember about Rattle and Roll. Let's talk about the winner here, Bright Future, 7-2 off a 6-1 morning line. So a lot of people liking this horse, not just me. Second straight win, second time with Javier Castellano aboard. It's weird to see somebody not Irad in those Rapoli colors, especially winning a grade 1 at Saratoga, but it's going to be Castellano. Irad, maybe he got fired off of this horse for that ride in the grade 2 Brooklyn last 2 back, because that was horrendous. That was a rare, just complete ding dong of a ride from Irad there. It was nice also to see, the Brooklyn, he was racing without Lasix. He had Lasix back in that Saratoga allowance, but really the Brooklyn was the only time in his career that Bright Future didn't race with Lasix, and it's the only real dud on his resume in 6 starts coming into it. So you think, all right, he's coming off of Lasix again. How's it going to be? But a much better ride from Castellano. He put him into the race early. Again, it said he kind of reminds me of Vino Rosso, where he's a later developing Curlin that's going to absolutely love this distance. And by the way, Vino Rosso won the Breeders' Cup Classic the last time at San Diego Park, where they'll be back this year. So, yeah, great effort there. Proxy, again, great effort. This mile and a quarter distance is great for him. He's not a horse that when we get to the Classic, the Breeders' Cup Classic, I'm going to play to win. But I think he is a great, fantastic key horse for exacta, trifecta. You keep him in second, third, and then play some horses around there. Proxy, is going to show up with that effort. I just don't think he's good enough to beat everyone that's going to be targeting that race. But we still have another prep coming up later, the Pacific Classic. Almost said something very different there. The Pacific Classic at Del Mar. So make sure you come back here to youtube.com/racingdudes to check out my analysis of the Pacific Classic, and we'll see which horses from Del Mar are going to be moving on to Santa Anita Park. Make sure before you leave, hit like on the video, subscribe to youtube.com/racingdudes, and of course visit racingdudes.com for free picks for every race, every track across the country. Until next time, good luck at the track. RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track. Summer's here, our picks are heating up. We want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to the Racing Dudes YouTube channel right now. Click the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single one of our awesome videos. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.